when you have a damage to part of the, let's say, part of the wing or part of the rudder, and this is, let us say, a high-performance vehicle that has enough control surfaces to maneuver itself. I mean, if you don't have enough authority and you don't have enough lift to stay up, then there's not a lot that you can do. But assuming that the surfaces are there, you still need to provide intelligence to figure out, okay, now you need to use these surfaces rather than the other ones. And so that redistribution and rearticulation and reallocation of the control authority in order to provide the right moments and forces is really what we're talking about, and that is what we look into. So we then need to figure out how the vehicle, what the vehicle physics is, what the vehicle aerodynamics is, how because of the loss of these surfaces, how can the control effectiveness has changed. And you do all of these things by essentially collecting online information from the sensors that are on board, and then you make these decisions. So that basically is what it is, this decision making online using information that comes available to you. So these kinds of things are actually of interest to anybody in the aerospace industry. Boeing, for instance, is working with us on this. Air Force is working with us on this, and in the past we worked with the Navy and so on. So there are a number of companies that are interested in this kind of autonomous behavior and online self-correcting behavior. The other place where a lot of complexity enters the picture is when these vehicles become semi-autonomous, in which case how do you make sure that these adaptive concepts that you provide, which presumably is something that goes into the autopilot, is something that works synergistically with a pilot on board. And so there's these issues that have obviously been examined by different industries for different reasons of human in the loop. That has to be looked at here. And how do you make sure that when you have two decision makers that they can indeed cooperatively and collectively make decisions that are for the betterment of the vehicle and not in conflict? And how do you realize their combined advantages? So that's another challenge. So those are the things that we are looking at.